We have a job today. Yes! This part is excruciating. Crazy! Welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be all about my life as a non-famous working actor, which is very exciting that I could even say the phrase working actor because I've wanted to do this for as long as I can remember, since I was a little kid. Obviously everyone dreams of being like a famous actor, I guess, but a lot of people who are actors are not famous, but they are still working and make it a living, and I'm getting there and it's very exciting. So I'm going to show you a look into my life in the past week or so. That I'm filming this from the future, so you're going to see me from the past after this. It's been a very exciting few weeks. A lot has been happening. I feel very lucky that all of this is happening and I've been documenting it so I can remember it. Hopefully one day when I'm like really far into my career and successful and everything. I feel successful right now, but I've been really trying to pursue acting for the past like 5 years. I took some time off of acting because I needed to find a corporate job or just some job that had stability and health insurance and all of those things that you need when you're an adult. So that was like a heartbreaking moment when I started to apply for jobs like that, because I always wanted to be able to kind of work for myself while also pursuing this, but it just was not going to work out and I could not pay a rent if I was doing that, unfortunately. So luckily I do have a 9-to-5 job right now, and a lot of working actors have different kinds of jobs just to keep them afloat. Maybe they have like 3 different jobs that they do that are flexible. But for me, having this 9-to-5, which is mostly remote, works really well in my schedule, and it's allowing me to pursue acting and modeling part-time, which is great. My whole issue with acting when I lived in New York, right now I live in Boston, no one would ever answer me when I was searching for agents. I would submit to everybody multiple times, but no one even looked at it, took a chance, replied. And if I did get a reply from like a management company or something, they ended up not being a good fit. Nothing. I didn't get sent a single audition in months, and I am so happy to say that I do have an agent here in Boston, which the market here is so much busier than I thought it was and less competitive obviously than New York. So I've really been able to stand out, I think, and I'm just so lucky that my agent saw my profile, took a chance to meet with me, and then signed me. It just felt like it was all happening and almost a little bit imposter syndrome, but I know how long I've been trying to make this work. So I'm very grateful that I am with them. And over the past like 7 months, I've been auditioning every week, basically, sometimes multiple auditions a week. I've booked, I think, 5 jobs at this point, maybe 4, but over that span of time and about 50 auditions, that's still pretty good. That's like a 10% booking rate, maybe a little bit less, but hey, it's my first real year doing this as a legitimate path, career, whatever, and I'm very proud of myself for all the things I've booked so far. But it's really hard. Like sometimes there's slow times of the year, like the summer, I didn't get many auditions throughout those weeks. Everyone was on vacations and things aren't really happening as much, but now I'm getting so many per week. You'll see all the fun things that are happening in this video. So my agent is mostly commercials, so I'll be auditioning for social media ads or local cable TV commercials or some digital photo shoots or things like that. It's not as much like screen acting like in films and TV shows, which eventually that is my goal that I want to get to, but I do love how the commercial industry works, where you're basically on set for 1 day, maybe a couple, but it's not like months of filming and you're off on location, whatever. It's just like job done, another job done, and they're all different and exciting and fun, and I love when my days look different. That's why I was so afraid to go into the corporate world, because every day feeling like you're going to an office doing the same stuff, it just doesn't seem like me. But I am so lucky to have my job right now, especially in this market. I feel like I'm rambling, but anyway, overall, I'm very grateful that I'm able to pursue my dreams and have a steady career in something else as a backup plan. But I don't want it to be a backup plan because I'm enjoying this life, and maybe hopefully years in the future it will be my only job. I don't know, we'll see. With all that being said, please enjoy the video of my past few weeks as a non-famous working actor. Good morning! I've got my eye patches on because we have a job today. Very exciting. I have like a 45-minute drive and I'm heading to the shoot location. And also a note about eye patches: if you're gonna wear them for an important day, make sure you try the brand beforehand so you know that you're not gonna have a reaction or anything. So let's get on the road. I got my bacon, egg, and cheese. I made myself a coffee. Let's go. We made it. We're looking more awake. And I'll try to get some behind the scenes clips. I'm not sure if I can. I don't think I can say what the brand is or anything, but it's very exciting. in my wall mirror. I'm all done. It was so fun. They did my hair so nice, and it was just great to be back. I just love it. I love it. It was like a whole warehouse with just like fake walls and everything, and we were just posing with a bunch of things that I can't say until it's out. I think it's gonna be out in like 2 months or so on their website and everything, so I will definitely share once I can. But I just had a great time, and I had a whole fake family today. I had a husband and 2 children. The girls were so cute. They were like actually obsessed with me, climbing all over me, wanted me to hold them. And they were like 6 and 10 or something like that. They were so cute. And we actually looked like, they cast it great. We looked like we really could be a family, and it was just so fun. Nice quick half day, and I'm heading back home. I took the first half of work, my actual job, off today, so now I'm gonna go home and work the rest of the day, and this is just great. I'm so happy with how everything's working out right now, and I feel blessed, that's for sure. And I liked my makeup today. She did a great job, and my hair. I just got home and I had the lunch that they got me, which was a buffalo chicken wrap, which was so good. I checked my mail and I have a paycheck from the last job that I have, which was in my last video, or maybe the first vlog that I came back with. Yeah, I think it was the first one. It does take like up to 90 days sometimes to get paid, which is kind of annoying because the agency gets paid from the client and then they pay me because they take out their fee. So if you have an agent, the normal fee is 10% of whatever you make. They get 10% of that. And I think that is very fair because I would not be getting all of these auditions without them. And I'm so grateful. It has really changed the game for me. That is what I wanted so badly in New York, and no one would answer any of my emails. So it really just takes one person to see something in you and sign you, because then you're off to the races. Now I have to film a self-tape request for something else that's in the future. I love how often I'm getting these audition requests. It's amazing, and my office is set up to like sometimes be able to do these things, so I'll show you what my setup looks like. This room is literally a mess right now, but I have these 2 softbox lights and this tripod set up with my phone. I used to have the patience to put out these backdrops on like a whole thing. I just don't have the patience anymore to set up that whole thing. It takes up so much room. So I just use the white wall here and it works fine. For this self-tape, I have to be a sports fan, I guess watching football and reacting to a play turning into a touchdown. Go, 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 go! Yes! Woohoo! So cringe, oh my god. It's a few days later and I'm going into the office today, but during my lunch break, I actually have my very first in-person callback for something. Usually it's on Zoom, which is kind of a hassle to set up the whole lighting and the laptop to be perfectly like a good frame and whatever. So I'm kind of excited to do an in-person callback, even though I'm a little nervous, but I just feel like when you're able to show someone who you are in the room, it's so different from being on a video. So like they'll really get to see my personality, who I am. It's one line, it's for like a national broadcast commercial, which I'm so excited for the opportunity. And then I just checked my phone this morning and I have an email that I have another in-person callback tomorrow for another amazing, exciting commercial shoot that is gonna be like a 4-day shoot with a fitting and then 3 days at the site to do all the images and video and whatever. So that'll be tomorrow too. And they're both in Boston, which is so cool. And yeah, I'm so excited. So my lunch break today, it's only 10 minutes from my office to go jump into the casting office and do my little thing, come back and keep on working. So very exciting week. And on Thursday, so today's Tuesday, I have the callback today, a callback tomorrow, and Thursday I'm doing a test shoot with a new photographer in Newport, Rhode Island. So I'm so excited. First of all, I love Newport, and I need to update my hair in photos because they need to know what I actually look like right now, and if I ever go back to this color and like switch around, then I can just switch out those headshots and all that. So, oh my gosh, such exciting things, but I gotta get into work now. I'll let you know how the callback goes. Woohoo! Callback is done. That was literally 5 minutes long. It's just so hard to know how you do because they obviously can't show emotion. So what they had me do in the room, you just walk in, you do your slate like you do it on your auditions at home, your name, non-union, whatever, your agency, and then they just had me do the line a couple of different ways, a couple of different attitudes, personas, reactions, and then I was gone, and I hope that I did what they want me to. If not, I hope they think that I take direction well, we'll see. If not, I checked off my first in-person callback in Boston, and I'm proud of myself for going. Tomorrow is a brand new opportunity, so now I'll know what to expect a little bit more, even though it's a different casting company, but same thing. But it was so nice to meet the lady who is one of the people who works for this casting company, and every job I've booked so far is from this company. So I walked in and she was like, Marissa, you book everything. I was like, no, I don't. I've only had like 4 jobs, but they just all happen to be with this casting company. So great to meet someone who now sees me as a person, and maybe this will help me get more jobs in the future, if not this one. So very happy with that experience, and now I'm going back to work because it's still my lunch hour. I got this wrap and I'm gonna eat it on the way back. It's the next day and I am going in for my callback now at this different casting office here. Parking is the hardest part for sure, because you know you're only gonna be gone for like 5 minutes. So I found a spot. We're gonna go in. This one is for like, I can't say what it's for, but it's for like a night on the town look. Wish me luck. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm back. That was actually longer than I thought it would be. We were waiting for a little bit beforehand, and so they were a little bit behind. But the funny thing is, I saw my fake husband from the commercial I just did last week. So it's just cool to feel like I'm a part of things, and I'm booking things, and other people are also booking things around me, and maybe it'll be like a little community. It's just so fun. And they paired me with someone else from my agency who I never met, and they just wanted 2 people to do the scene together. So that was definitely different, and like you have to really learn how to play off of someone you've never met before. You don't really prepare anything beforehand, so I really hope I get this one, but I'm really gonna just forget about it, just like how I forget about everything else I send in. I'll always like hope for certain things, but everything is good, and as long as I'm in rooms meeting people, that's all I really want to be doing. And I feel so grateful for all the opportunities I've had this week and last week, so exciting stuff. So I'm home now and I'm just chilling, feeling grateful for my 2 callbacks, and I get an email that I have another callback for a totally different job, and this time it's a Zoom callback on Friday. So crazy, but then I'll show you what a Zoom callback looks like too. And I'm sorry, like I'm not actually showing you what I'm doing because I can't share the words I'm saying, the project it's for. I can't do any of that until it's out in the world. So I'm gonna do a callback on Friday, and this time it's for a SAG job, which is very exciting. This is really just validating that my auditions are actually what they're looking for, and I'm doing something right to be called in. So such relief, because sometimes you can just hear nothing for so long. You don't even know if you're doing it right or any good at all. So just having any kind of response is such a relief and really helps you keep going, because you know they're thinking about you, even if you don't book it. So that's great. Good morning. It is photo shoot day. I am now in Newport, Rhode Island, and it's been crazy because if you didn't know, I went to college in Rhode Island, in just a town very close by, and I already passed where I lived in sophomore year, and it's just the craziest thing ever. It's just such a blast from the past being here, and I love it here so much. Just like seeing everything I saw in, like, just in college is just bringing me back, and I'm so excited for the photo shoot. Oh my gosh. All done with the photo shoot. This was my makeup, definitely darker on the eyes, but I really liked it. I think we did like 5 or 6 outfits. I'm trying to count in my head. Probably won't get the pictures back for a few weeks, but maybe I can hold off on posting this vlog and I can show you the pictures now. I have like an hour ride ahead of me, but I need to take off all this makeup and just make sure my skin doesn't break out, so I have a makeup wipe with me here, and I'm just gonna do that. Handy dandy mini makeup wipe. Another day, another callback. It is Friday. It's been such a long week. I'm pretty tired, honestly, from yesterday. I didn't update you after the photo shoot, but it was such a fun day. We got a lot of outdoor shots, which I was so excited about because all of my other pictures are like in a studio with like a blank wall. So very excited for some real life pictures. So this morning I have a Zoom call back, and this time it's for a SAG commercial. Screen Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA. It's the union for actors and models, I believe. I am eligible for that union because I did background work in New York when I lived there, and I did this TV show called Inventing Anna, which is all about Anna Delvey, who is like in the news again now because of Dancing with the Stars. But if you look closely in some of the scenes in the magazine office, I am the core background in there. So I was in the background for 2 weeks basically on set and doing all that work made me eligible to join the union. So now I can audition for SAG projects, but once I do, I think 1 or 2 of them, then I have to join the union. So right now I'm really enjoying the sweet spot of being able to do non-union work and union stuff, hopefully. And then when you're in the union, it becomes kind of a little bit harder because there's less jobs, because all the non-union stuff is like available to a lot of people, and then the pool gets like more talented and everyone's more experienced when you're SAG. So once I feel ready to join, hopefully then I will. Here is the setup for my callback. It's on Zoom. I usually would do that on my laptop, but I don't have any way to make my laptop tall enough to be able to see me in the frame that they want. So I'm gonna do it on my phone today. So I just have my 2 lights and just the phone, kind of like how I do my auditions. And wish me luck, I'm gonna record it and just show you the parts that I can. And I'm always nervous. That's probably another good thing to address. I feel like leading up to it, like the hours before, knowing I have something, my stomach hurts, whatever. Same thing with jobs. And then once I get there, I'm completely fine, not nervous at all. And once I like get on the Zoom, I'm totally fine. So it's like the anticipation is what is the worst part for me, but once I'm doing it, I feel totally fine. The more I keep doing this, the easier it's gonna be. So I'm just putting myself out there, doing every callback I get, obviously, because why not? And hopefully some of them actually stick and I get jobs. I'll let you know. Just waiting. This part is excruciating.
Hey Marissa, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I am great.
Hi, I'm Marissa Papapietro. I'm with Maggie Agency, and here are my hands.
So thank you.
Thank you all. Good to see you too. Have a good one. Oh my gosh, I did it. Oh, woo, okay, that took forever to wait. That's always the hardest part. But luckily, it was the same lady who I saw at my first callback this week, and the one who said, oh my gosh, you book everything. So nice to see a familiar face who's rooting for me already and can talk to the directors about me and stuff. So I had to do a scene where I pretended to eat a donut, which was fun. Weird to mime a donut since I don't actually have one. Coda hates when I scream and yell. I had to pretend to be on a zip line. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So relieved when they're over and I can just relax now. I'm gonna have my coffee, watch the Great British Bake Off, and I will come back to you with some updates. It's about 3 weeks later, I think. It's just crazy how fast these weeks are flying by. And the past 3 weeks could not have been any different from the vlog you just watched. And I just want to tell you, like, even though this seems like it was such an exciting time and like all my weeks look like this, I'm here to tell you that it is so rare for a week to look that successful and to have jobs and to have callbacks. So just to bring myself back to reality, it's been hard, like having all of those little wins and then kind of hearing nothing and being released from some things I've gotten callbacks for, and the shoot dates for the other callbacks I've passed. And I obviously didn't get cast in those. You go into this spiral of comparison, and it's a huge thing that you have to be able to deal with, and rejection as well. You have to grow a thick skin to be able to do this, because you're gonna constantly be thinking about, why wasn't I booked for this? Who was better than me? Even when I'm sent a callback from my agent, sometimes they'll send the times for everyone from the agency who was called back. Maybe it's 2 people, maybe it's 10 people, depending on how many they're looking to cast. And sometimes I'll go look at their pages and I'll compare my photos to their photos, and they seem way more experienced than me or more beautiful than me. And you just start getting in your head, and it's not a good path to go down. So although I didn't book any of those callbacks, which is so sad, I do have another callback this coming week, which is exciting, for something totally different, and the cycle will just continue. So it's hard to continuously get your hopes up to then be let down and have to start all over again and just keep going. So I just want to keep it real with you guys and say, most of the time, if you're doing this, you're going to get so many no's, and more often than no's, you're just going to hear nothing. So you just have to learn to move on with your life, surround yourself with people who love you, find things outside of this that make you happy. Luckily, I have another job, so I wasn't worried about that, but this is what I want to be doing. So it's really hard to kind of let that go, but there are more jobs, and there will always be more jobs, and some of them are for me and some of them are not for me. This just gives you the insight into all of the highs and all of the lows of being a working actor, model, performer, whatever you want. Any kind of creative industry where you're relying on other people to put you in a job, it's hard, and you're putting yourself out there, you're giving your all. So often you feel kind of empty at the end of doing all of that. So make sure to fill your own cup and keep working on yourself, and maybe some things will happen for you. And I really hope that for anyone who's trying to do this as well. So thank you so much for following along with this crazy week. I'll continue to update if things start to change. Maybe it'll be a last minute call that I did get something, but that's okay if not. There's way more where that came from. So grateful to be even doing this. I will see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.